Shanita. How can I help you today?
Who am I speaking to, please?
Shanita.
Sinead, how do you spell that, please?
S-H-A.
S-H-I, yeah. Yeah.
I-C-H-A.
C-H-A. Sorry, could you spell that again, please?
S-H-A.
S-H-A, yeah.
N-I.
N-I, yeah.
T-H-A.
Yeah, that's a lovely name.
Thank you.
Hard to spell, but a lovely name. I'm trying to reach is this a SSE, yeah?
Yes.
Are you in England?
No, I'm in Cape Town.
So I need being passed through to a customer manager, back in England, please.
We don't have a direct line to them. I can pass you through to our escalations team.
I need to be passed through to a manager back in England, please, all due respect. I've got a letter receipt about court action, so I need to speak to a manager today, please. But a manager in England, not South Africa.
Just hold the line, please.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you just give me the account number? I'm going to get in touch with this department now.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Can you provide me with your account number? I need to do security with you. Then I will busy in the process of getting someone.
Yes, what do you want? Yeah, I'll give you the details of the letter that you've sent. What do you want?
Your account number?
My account number is 7...
Okay. May I have your full name, billing address and postcode?
No, sorry, I don't do that kind of DPA. If you read the system, it'll say something about it on there. I can give you the details of the letter. The details of the letter are 21.3. That's of the letter that you've sent. Hello?
Just a moment. Just hold for me, alright? I'll be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for holding.
Yeah.
So, I have just gotten in touch with the department. So, there is someone that is going to give you a call back.
No, I want to be connected to somebody to say, I don't want to call back.
Sir, I cannot transfer you directly back into the queue. You're not going to get through to a manager in England.
Well,
I'm requesting a call back for you.
So, yeah, but I've had this before and I don't want to phone back. Can you pass me through to your manager, please?
I'm going to need to do security with you then.
I've just done security with you.
You didn't do security with me.
Can you pass me through to your manager, please? Your manager.
I cannot do that.
You can't pass me through to your manager?
Security.
Okay, then what do you want for security?
Security with you.
Go ahead then.
So I need your full name, your billing address.
You don't need my full name. I'm very aware of the DPA regulations. I'll give you the details of the letter that you've sent. I'm very well aware of the 2018 DPA regulations. I'm not sure whether they apply in South Africa, but this is an English company and they apply here. Hello?
Thank you so much for patiently waiting on the line. That is much appreciated. My name is Katrina from General Inquiries. Can I have your account number, please?
What's your name again, please?
Can I have your account number?
Yeah, can I have your name, please?
My name is Katrina.
Katrina. And where are you phoning from?
I am from Manila, Philippines.
You're in the Philippines?
Yes.
I need to speak to somebody in England.
Why? You don't
Why? I need to speak to a manager. You sound really nice, but I do need to speak to a manager in England because it's about a court action letter.
And I will transfer you to someone in England. We will wait for another minute.
Yes, thank you very much. You have a good day.
Okay.
Thank you, Kitra. Philippines. Philippines? Jesus Christ. God.
Explain. Please press 1. If you're worried about paying your bill, I would like to discuss your
And I'm on hold again. I've just been to the Philippines, I've just been to South Africa, I've gone back to the Philippines, and I still can't get to somebody in England. This is SSA's how they treat customers. This is the head office. And there you go, I'm on hold yet again. This is how they treat customers, especially a person with a disability. They just don't care. Bounce you to South Africa, bounce you to the Philippines. We don't care. There you go. You want to speak to us? We'll make it very hard for you. There you go. We'll take untrained people who don't care. They just ignore you, fob you off, say what you want, because they're in a different country. And SSE does not care. That's why we call them the SSE. They act more like the SS than they do the E.
According to the collection team, you're speaking to Charles. Can I start by taking your account number, please?
Who am I speaking to, please?
Charles.
Charles. What country are you in?
In South Africa, Cape Town.
Oh my God. I've just been transferred from the Philippines to South Africa, back from South Africa to the Philippines, and now I've just been transferred again to somebody in South Africa. I wish to speak to a manager in England about a court action letter.
A court action letter. If you just explain to me, I'll just try and see if I can get someone to sort you out here, sir.
No, it's not good. I see what it is. Do you deal with court action in England? I wouldn't have thought so, being in South Africa. So what I want from you today, Charles, sorry, I'm not pissed off at you, but I've been on the phone for over an hour now. I've been past 4 different countries. Can you understand my frustration?
Yes, I can.
4 countries I've been passed through.
So when you say...
What it is, it's a final... It says a final notice before court action. It's not good talking to you about it. I need to speak to somebody in England about this because it's court action. It says here, and I'll copy here, this is your last opportunity to avoid us applying for your rights of entry right through the courts, and that's in red. So I need to speak to somebody today. I've got 3 days, and all you keep doing is passing me to different countries when I need to speak to a manager in England about this letter that I've received today about court action in 3 days' time. So you can understand the end.
2 things there. Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, so 2 things, okay. Normally, we would get these calls and then try and set up some sort of payment plan for the customer. That would stop any warrant action from going ahead.
So let me just stop you there. Charles, no offence, I don't mean to cut you off there, but this is a complex complaint. You don't understand what's going on, you see. So this is like, you wouldn't, payment plan's got nothing to do with it. I've actually paid this bill, but you wouldn't. Do you know anything about the bills of exchange?
No.
Then you wouldn't understand anything that I've got to say. So could you please pass me through to somebody I can speak to this letter about in England, because it's court action letter. I've got 3 days and I've been on the phone for an hour now and I've been to 4 different countries.
Well, let me see if I can get a number for you for that.
That would be great, Charles. Please, mate, please. I've got disabilities, mate, you know what I mean? I've got mental health issues. I've been on the phone for over an hour. I'm so stressed and pissed off and I just want to speak to somebody. Please, Charles.
So I've got one number here that you can try. It's 0345.
Yeah.
769.
Yeah.
7887. That is the one. Then there's the should have customer relations here as well, because they should also be able to transfer you.
What's this number that you've just given me, please?
Yeah, that's the warrants team themselves.
Is that, and that's in England?
Yes.
Yeah. This will not put me through to South Africa or the Philippines, will it?
No, we don't have a warrants team in South Africa at all.
Well, I shouldn't have thought so. You're going to have a bit of a distance to come to collect, are you? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for your... I'm sorry, Charles, thank you for your help, mate. I'm sorry, but I'm pissed off, like, you know what I mean? Can't you just connect me to a manager?
I'm sorry?
Can't you just connect me to a manager in England or a department?
No. Okay, so that's the problem that we all have. Okay, we can't, we're not allowed to do that kind of thing. So this is why I'm rather giving you the direct number.
Okay, yes, thank you. Any more numbers you got for me?
Okay.
Just that number.
Looking for the, no, I'm looking for another one for customer relations. Give me 1 second and I'll find that.
So I've found the head office to come through to you. I've been passed from the head office, I've been passed to the Philippines, to South Africa, back to the Philippines and back to you again. When I'm ringing the number for head office. The head office.
For head office?
Head office in Scotland. I'm looking at the number now. 0345 026 2658. That's SSE's head office, and I've been put through this rigmarole, and I'm trying to ring the head office. I've already gone through ring. I've already had a bad phone call from one of your staff. Some woman called Shaq Tanner or whatever it is. She put me on hold deliberately. She wouldn't transfer out. She was rude and proper vole to me. You've been really nice and civil, so thank you for that. But she just didn't care. She goes, I'm just going to put you back in the chain. Just put you back in the... She just didn't care. She was very nasty. If you've got a manager there and you don't like her...
Yeah, well, I don't know where they are, so... the other number I'm going to give you is the customer care.
Yeah.
Okay? And again, they might be able to switch it to properly to the department straight away. They are 0345...
Yeah.
078...
Yeah.
And then 3211. So one of those two numbers I've given you now, ask them to do an internal transfer because they will have those
internal transfer
numbers.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we don't have those. Yeah, we're not able to use them, but they are.
Oh.
So they'll be able to get you to the correct team there.
Okay. Listen, Charles. Thank you for your help today, mate. I hope you're having I hope it's. What's the lockdown like in South Africa? Is it okay there?
Well, with lack of alcohol, we're not allowed to drink and we're not allowed to smoke.
You're not allowed to drink? How are the control? Jesus Christ, you'll be having Capone there soon if there's prohibition, won't you? You're not allowed to drink. So that wouldn't bother me because I don't drink anyway. So, but thank you for your help today, Charles.
Are you lucky?
Yeah.
All right, then.
I prefer drugs, like, you know what I mean. Thank you, Charles. Thank you for your help today, Charles. You have a great day in South Africa. Thank you very much, mate. Ta-ra.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Bye.
Fuck, man. Oh my God, these fucking people. These fucking Jesus.
Dave on the actual help team. How can I help today?
Are you somebody in England?
I'm in Wales.
Oh, thank God for that. Sorry, mate, I've just been passed to the Philippines, to South Africa, back to the Philippines, and back to South Africa again.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry about that.
So if Wales is the closest I can get, I'll accept that, okay, mate?
You'll take that, okay, thank you. Can I ask your account number and then I can have a look at what you need?
Yeah, the account number is 7...
Okay, could you confirm your full name, please?
Could you tell me what department this is, please, and who I'm speaking to?
Yeah, my name is Dave, and you've called the Extra Help team.
Extra help. That's a laugh. Extra help team. Okay. What did you want? I can give you the details of the letter that you've sent.
Yeah, could you confirm your full name, please?
I can give you the details of the letter that you've sent. The details of the letter that you've sent on it, but on your system, it's got my name. You might want to scroll down a bit before you ask me any more.
I need to go through data protection before I can open the account.
Yeah, I know what data protection is, but what the point I'm saying is I can't give you the details of the letter that you've sent because you've put on here, but my name on your on the system is missed, so it's on the computer in front of you, Dave. If you scroll down a bit.
I'm looking at the computer here now, and it's just on there. It doesn't say of family.
No, if you scroll down a bit, it should tell you.
Okay, well, as I said, I can't get into it yet until we go.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you the details of the letter you've sent. What do you want?
Would you confirm the first line of the address and the postcode, please?
I can give you the details of the letter you've sent, which is did you say the address?
Okay. Now, I know you're telling me that you're giving me the details of the letter, but it is important that they relate to you.
Let me stop, Dave, just to let you know, I'm very aware of the DPA regulations. I've just filed a complaint with the ICO, so I'm very aware of the DPA regulations, 2018. I know what they are. I've been through this many times, mate. All I need to do is give you the details of the letter. You are talking to the person who this account's referring to.
Right, okay, that's fine then.
Okay.
Then yeah, let me just open the account up then. Right, it looks as though on the last note that's on there, you've asked if you could speak to a manager in the UK, is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that still what you want to do?
Well, yeah. Well, what it is, I'll explain a little bit. I've had a letter today. It says, final notice before court. It says, this is your last opportunity to avoid applying for your rights of entry through the court. So I've got to contact you because I've got to address this letter you're seeing, and it's been very difficult for me trying to contact you. So I've been passed to the Philippines. I found your head office. I was passed to the Philippines. I was passed back to the Philippines. I was then passed to South Africa. I've got this all recorded. I'm going to do a video later and stick it up on YouTube just to show you the piece that you took with me. Do you know what I mean? Today, and I've found head office and I'm getting put through to the Philippines. That's disgraceful, mate.
Yeah. Were you given this number or were you transferred through?
No, at the last stage I was just transferred to some nice guy called Charles in South Africa. Pleaded my case. I says, please mate, can you get me a phone number so I can speak to somebody, please, who's not in a foreign country. And he's given me some numbers that he probably shouldn't have given me because I've had to explain how I've just been messed about and hung up on and just... You're outsourcing these phone calls to foreign countries. These people are very, very... I mean, Charles was a really good guy, but the other people I've spoken to have been very rude, don't care, just hung up on me, they just don't care, because they're in a foreign country, and you've outsourced these phone calls to these, well, basically third world countries. That's quite bad. You're making people work for $1 a day answering phones because you lot can't be bothered. That's quite bad, mate.
I mean, what I would say is, okay, I'm in a UK situation,
yeah,
and I'm more than happy to help you. However, the points you were raising,
well, yeah,
I can't affect them.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, yeah. I know it's not your fault, Dave. I'm just saying, I'm very irate. I've been on the phone for an hour and 40 minutes.
I can understand, but I don't need to be told that I can't be bothered, you know. I know you were aiming that as a company as a whole, but unfortunately the people that could answer that are not going to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, I'm going to do a video later. I'm sticking it up on YouTube. I know it's not your fault, Dave. I do apologise if I've come across a little bit rude to you, but you can understand. You represent the SS.
I totally do. You've been transferred around and around and around.
Yeah, so like I said, Dave, it is nothing against you, mate. If I've come across rude to you, I apologise, but I'm just a little bit pissed off. I'm a little bit irate. I'm a little bit angry. I've got mental health issues, so you can understand. I'm being really calm, to be fair. Do you know what I mean, mate? I've got mental health issues. What
I will do, okay, is I will feed your dissatisfaction back.
It's just rude, mate. It's really bad. I understand that there's a COVID thing going on, but to ring head office when the people you've told on this, you've put a number on this piece of paper to ring, and the people on that other end are South Africans, and they're horrible to you because there's no recourse. I said, put me through to your manager, and she just laughed and put me. She said, I'll tell you what, I'll just put you back in the queue. That was her attitude to me, and that's kind of rude. Do
you happen to know who that advisor was?
Yes, I do.
That as well. Do you know the name?
Her name was S. It's an African name. SHAC HIT.
Hold on. SHAC. Yeah.
HIT.
Yeah.
HA. I've got the phone call recorded, so you know what I mean. You'll be able to listen to it yourself on YouTube in a bit because I'm going to do a video later of how I've been messed about. And they're very. It sounds like they're just rude. They don't care. They're in South Africa. What can we do? I can't make a complaint about them. And these are the people and this is your head office. It's disgusting, mate. I mean, I could understand that for your 0171 6931 number, but your head office. When someone's from your head office. And I've got a letter here saying, contact me. You've got 3 days to contact us before court action. And I've had to have a run around like this. What if I couldn't get this number? I wouldn't be able to contact you. And I'd have court action because you've transferred me to the Philippines and South Africa. Do you think that's acceptable?
Yeah, I can't comment. I don't make the decisions.
You can see what I'm saying though, can't you?
Sorry?
You can see where I'm coming from though, can't you?
I understand your frustration. Yeah. I really do. I understand it.
Okay, anyway, I mean, I'm already barred from making a complaint against you, so everything I'm going to get, I'm just going to report it to FJ. I'm sticking it on YouTube because I can't make a complaint here because you won't allow me to. You've dead lost account. But you've sent me this letter today saying you must act now. This is in red writing and call us to stop action through the court. That's what it says. It says in red writing, call us now on that number. This is your last opportunity to avoid us. It's in red writing. So I need to address
this. What I would say, Mrs.
Not Mr.
It's the end of coming to the end of the collection activity privacy, and letters have gone out prior to that.
No, I don't want the letters going out, but the point I'm trying to make is, I'd like to know, you're putting it, I mean, this is very threatening. Just listen to this are the kind of things that you're putting
No,
out.
I know what the letter says. I mean, what's happening?
Do you know it says that you're going to send a dog handler for me? You're going to send a dog handler. You might as well send a lawn tamer, because it won't make no difference.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is, I have got a gas, what warrant, it says you're going to apply for a warrant of entry. I'd like to know what warrant you were going to apply for, please. Because there's no such thing. There's no such thing. Go on.
A warrant to have a prepayment meter fitted.
Yeah, which is? What's the warrant called, please?
It's a meter that would allow you to...
I want to know what the warrant's called.
Right.
What's the name? It says here, we are applying for a rights of entry warrant. No such thing as a rights of each warrant's got a number, a 54 warrant, an 86 warrant. So the only two warrants you can apply for are the 54 warrant, and that's the escape of gas.
You're asking the wrong person.
This is why I want to speak to...
I am an advisor.
Yeah, I know that. This is why I wanted to be put through to a manager, please, because I'd like to address this letter, because I'm very concerned about it. And I've got mental health issues.
I do understand the procedure that I can arrange for you
to have a call back. Please don't say...
The only way in which I can do that is to email them and they call you back then.
So the problem I've got with this is...
If you can confirm the correct telephone number for me to respond to that.
So the point is, I've been through this before. This is not... You should be on the system. I phoned up the other day, and I'm not getting the phone calls. I'm not getting the callbacks. No one's calling me back, and I'm having to...
I'll make a point of that you're even more displeased because you're not getting the call back.
Well, I've uploaded the videos to YouTube, on my YouTube channel. You can have a look. They're not calling me back, so I'm having to call up again. And I know that when you end up from this call, you're just going to ignore me and not call me back and not arrange a phone call.
I won't be calling you back.
No, not you, but you'll pass it through to a manager from customer service, and they'll say, yes, we called you back, and they didn't call me back, and that's what'll happen. So
you asked me what the CC number was on the letter. It looks as though it's a CC51.
What letter? Say that again.
You asked me about the warrant letter.
Yeah, what warrant are you applying for? And
on the system is recorded CC51.
Well, that's okay. Well, see, what it is I want to attend and defend the case myself in court. So I want it now logged on the system that I've put this bill in dispute, and I want it logged on the system right now while you're on the phone, or that I wish to attend court to defend, because I've got a defence. I do.
Okay.
That's what I want.
You're going to need to log that with the manager when they call you.
The manager won't see what it is. Can you put? Well, if you won't put on the log that you put on there, can you put on the log that I've raised it, please?
Yes, certainly. Of course I will. That's not a problem. I can do that straight away for you.
See, because I'm going to be requesting all my payback. See, what it is you're going to be taking me to court under the 1954 Escape of Gas Act, and I don't have gas here. I have got a gas safety certificate in my hand that I want to supply to you lot to show that I don't have gas. I've got
that warrant that you're talking about
is
showing on the electricity account, but the account number that you've given me is an electricity account, not a gas account.
Then why are you applying for a gas warrant then?
I don't know what the letter is telling you, but it's an electricity account.
I know it's an electricity account, but listen, Dave. I've been going through this a lot. I'm pretty well versed upon the law. I have to deal with it a lot. The warrant you can apply for is the 1954. You're going to apply to change a meter. The only warrant you can apply to change a meter is the 86 warrant, because according to my 2006 ppm regulations, you need my consent. So the only way you can change the meter is with the 86 warrant. The only way you can get the 86 warrant is to go to court and apply for the 1954 Escape of Gas. That's the warrant you have to apply. That's the rights of entry warrant that they're talking about in this letter. And we've already established this property hasn't got gas. I've established for my housing, and it's up on YouTube, that there's no gas at this property. None of these properties have got gas. So how can you apply for the 1954 Escape of Gas Act to get into my property when I don't have gas? And you'll use that in conjunction with the 86 to fit a prepayment meter. But the point I'm trying to make is, whoever goes to court and appeals to the court that I'm a gas danger is committing perjury, and I'm going to be bringing a judicial review about it, and I'm going to be making a stacked declaration that I don't have gas here. So even if you come here with your police and your warrants, you ain't getting in there, and even if you do get in here, I'm still taking you to court because there's no gas here. You cannot apply for a 54 warrant to escape a gas entry when I don't have gas, and that's what you're doing here. You're acting illegal yet again. And it's quite serious, Dave, and we've already established there's no gas here. My housing has contacted you and told you that there's no gas here. My housing association have established there's no gas here. So this is what I'm saying. What warrant are you applying for? And now you can't answer that, Dave, because it's a bit above...
I'm making notes on all of this, and I will answer.
Well, I know it's a bit above your pay grade, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to you. So this is why I need to speak to, really, Halle Berry. But you won't connect me to Halle Berry. You'll use some excuse, she's working from home, she's fair, low, good cars, or whatever. But they're leaving people like you to deal with me about this, and you've got no knowledge of it, and it's not your fault.
Yeah, but no, I mean, the truth of the matter is you should never have been transferred through to me. It should have gone elsewhere, but it's fine.
No, Dave, that's...
And I will make sure that someone does get in touch with you, because this needs to be dealt with, okay?
Because can I have something that identifies you? Because I assure you, Dave, they are not going to get back with me, and all I'm doing is compiling all this evidence. Though I don't really like a complaint, so all I can do is send it to Ofgem. So I'd like something that identifies you to say they're going to call me back, because, Dave, we both know they'll all call me back.
Okay, perhaps for me as an identifier, you've got my name and you know the number.
What's your extension, please, Dave?
You know the telephone number?
No.
You know, with the extra help team.
No, what it is yeah, it's extra help team, which is a laugh job. But what it is, I need an extension, so I want to say...
I'm trying my best here, okay?
Yeah, I'm not being disrespectful. It's what it is, mate. I've been through this Kansas City shuffle that many times. I've been going through this now for over 12 months. I've been messed about, and what it is, it's not you. You seem like a decent guy, but you're going to make a phone call to the manager and tell me to call me back, thinking that manager's going to call me back. And I know that manager will not call me back.
Well, what I will be doing is sending an email, and that's the registered communication.
Yeah, like I said, I've been through this before. I will not get a phone call, so when I make my complaints and everything, I can say I spoke to Dave, extension such and such. He promised me a call back. I wasn't called back. You are going to get into no trouble, because you won't get nowhere. But I'm just making a log so I can report to how many times I've tried.
Because I will follow through on what I'm telling you I will do.
Yes, you will. I'm not saying you, Dave. What I'm going to say is, I know I won't get a phone call back. I've been having phone call backs now for the last 6 months. They just don't happen. I have to keep ringing up. You can look at my YouTube channel, how many times I've had to call in. It's up on YouTube. How many times. So I've been through this before. I'm not calling you a liar. It's just that it's not my first rodeo.
Okay.
And so
all I can offer to do is what I've already said I will do.
Can I have your extension?
So there is a written communication, okay?
Yeah, so that's what it is. I really just need to speak to somebody about this. You can see I need to speak to somebody about this warrant, don't I? Yeah.
It's why I'm offering to do what I'm going to.
No, Dave, don't get me wrong. I ain't been facetious or hobbled. You've done nothing wrong. I'm just saying I've been through this that many times that what you're reading from a script and you're telling me you're trying to do your best to help me, but I know you're constricted by what you can and can't do. And you're going to tell me that you're going to do something that I know that they're going to take no notice of. And you think that you've done your job, and you have, but they won't. But that and they'll just say, well, we called him back, end of story. So when I can put a log and I can put all the evidence together to show that I've tried to do everything I possibly can, that's what it's for, mate. Nothing against you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, as long as I'm doing what I'm promising you I will do.
Yeah, I have no doubt you'll do. I have no doubt you'll do what you said you'll do. The problem is I have no doubt that I will get no call back or nothing. My phone calls are recorded, everyone. They just say, oh, we called you back, or we tried to contact you, couldn't contact you, sorry, jog on, tough. No, if this is court action, I want a chance to defend myself, and you're not giving me a chance to defend myself, and that's why I don't like coming off the phone with you. It's hard enough to get you on the phone. Do you understand? It's hard to get to this point, to get to speak to you. It took me an hour and a half, and I've had to go through four countries, some of them twice. I feel like I've been around the world in 80 minutes. I feel like Phileas Fogg, except without the reward. So when I get you on the phone, I don't want to let you go, because I know you're just going to fob me off, and I've got to go through it all again.
Don't fob you off, Chris. I'm going to do what I told you I will do.
No, I don't mean you. I mean, when I say fob you off, I just know the way this phone. I've had this phone call quite a few times. Yes, we'll call you back. Never call me back. I ring back up and say, yeah, we'll call you back. You haven't called me back. We're going to call you back. You don't call me back. I'm ringing you again after being passed around the world. And what you're saying to me, you're going to get a call back. Knowing full well, I won't get a call back. And I 100% guarantee that. Do you want me to ring you back up in a week and make sure that I'll come through to you and tell you that I'll still have the call back? Because I guarantee I will. But on your systems, it will show, oh, we called him back. Tough. Because that's how you're treating me. And I'm just logging all this as evidence to show, when it comes to it, how bad and how much disdain you actually have for me. Where to the point is, you won't let me contact you, you won't let me speak to you, you won't let me address a court of action, you won't help me at all. All you keep saying is threats. We send you dog handlers, and you're taking you to court without allowing me to address or defend myself. If you want to take me to court, that's fine. My case, I've already done for court. My paperwork's already done. I've even got my gas safety certificate. You can't take me to court for a 54 escape of gas action. I've got a gas safety certificate. It'll bloat out the water. And if you go into court in secret, which I think is what you're going to do to try and get this warrant passed, whoever applies for this warrant is committing perjury under the 1911 Act and making false representation to a court. I do not have any gas here. So I want to confirm what warrant you are applying for. Does that make sense?
And I think saying this, I'm going to have to get someone else to address those points.
Yeah. Okay. So what it is this is it. I've got the extra help number. What it is, this is what I want your extension, Dave. So when I call back again, I can say I spoke to your extension or Dave.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Can I have your extension, please, Dave?
I haven't got an extension. I am on that number. I'm working solely from home.
Oh, have you got something else that identifies you then, please?
Well, no, I work on that telephone number.
Is this your personal number? Is this your? Oh, that's what. Sorry, I'm a bit confused. Is this your telephone number?
It's the works number that connects you to me.
Oh, so this number will connect you to you?
My personal number, no.
Oh.
But it's the telephone number that you will get me on.
Yeah, okay, it's alright. It's alright, so I just want to identify yourself. So if I don't get through, I can ring back up and say, I spoke to Dave such and such, can I speak to Dave again? Or can you put me through to your manager from the extra help team? I just need to identify you, that's all, Dave.
No, that's fine.
It's just for my records, it's not for any reason. I'm not going to make a complaint or anything about you. You've done nothing wrong.
I get it. I do understand where you're coming from. That is an identifier from me. You've got the telephone number and you know my name.
Yeah.
That will get you through.
Well, I don't actually know your name. I know half your name, don't I?
Yeah, but I'm the only Dave. There's only three of us that work on the department as a total, and I'm the only Dave, so you're not going to get confused.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's great. It's why I'm not being awkward. It's like this is not my first radio, and I know you have to keep records, and I have to keep records of everything who I speak to, when I speak to, when I spoke to them. I'm like that. I'm meticulous when it comes to stuff like that. So I have to identify people. Do you know what I mean? And because, like I says, this is quite serious. You're taking me to court for a warrant I know you can't apply for. Sorry, it's my stockbroker.
Okie dokie.
No, Dave, not really. Stockbroker. That's a joke, Dave. I was trying to lighten the mood, like, you know what I mean, mate?
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm typing up the notes while you're talking to me as well.
Yeah. I understand I'm not the easiest person to deal with, but I'm not being rude to you ever. I'm trying to be civil. I've been civil. I've not shouted at you. I've not sworn at you. Have I? No, I've been civil. I know it looks like I'm a horrible person. I'm really not a good person to deal with because your corporation is corrupt to the core. I'm sorry, but it is. It's corrupt, proper corrupt, and all they care about is their profit. And pure and simple, and they'll do anything to attain it. Even picking on a disabled person with mental health issues to take them to court for a bill that I've paid. I've paid this bill. You're just not accepting method of payment, which is in your own guidelines. And now is his threats, and now I've got dog handlers coming. What do you think the dog handler's going to do? You might as well send a lion tamer. I'd be more scared of that. It just makes me laugh. If we need, we may change your locks. You won't change more locks. Good luck. And a dog handler may attend. Oh God, your threats are unbelievable. You're threatening a disabled person with empty threats. A dog handler. Oh my God. And you're going to charge me for the dog as well. Does the dog get paid, do you think?
I can't comment.
You can't comment on whether the dog gets paid. Hello, Dave? You're not sure? Do you reckon? What do you reckon?
I'm here.
Do you charge for the dog as well?
Things now that I'm not able to comment on.
I'm just thinking, I'm curious. It says a dog handler may attend. I mean, if the dog...
How would I know?
I was just wondering if the dog handler attends, does he bring his dog? And if he brings the dog, does he charge for the dog? And if the dog gets paid, does he actually get the money, or does he get paid in, like, what, snacks and stuff? Just curious, that's all.
What I will do now is I'll get this email sent through. Okay, there's no more I can do on the call today.
Yeah. So as long as
I will be forwarding it on to more than one person. honestly.
Yeah, see what it is I'm going to send my gas safety certificate, so should I just send it to this person who's on the letter, Harry Berry? Sounds like Halle Berry, but...
You can do, yeah.
So what, you've already got a gas safety certificate logged, you see, so...
Okay, I just need to let you know a few things.
Yeah.
The complaints are dealt with in line with the complaint handling statement.
Oh, well, I can't make a complaint for it. They won't let me make a complaint, mate. That ain't going to happen.
I'm launching one anyway.
You can log one, but they won't let me log a complaint. I've got lots of complaints. I'll see what it is. I've just had an ombudsman case with you. You keep using the ombudsman excuse. So if you can log that as a complaint, please log this as a complaint. I will log this as a complaint, yeah, against Halle Berry.
Okie dokie. All right.
Yeah, log the complaint, please. Yeah, this is a complaint, Dave. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can confirm you've logged this as a complaint, yes?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Listen,
Right.
sorry for being difficult today, mate. I'm not a fan of the SS. Do you know what I mean? They've treated me very bad. You've been very good today, so thank you for that, Dave. I usually get treated very bad, so if I've come across a bit horrible to you, I do apologise, but you represent a very corrupt company. But yourself, you seem like an okay guy, so thank you for today.
All right, okay. All right, then. You take care of yourself.
All right, mate. See you later. Ta-ra. Ta-ra.